Well, it's Wednesday morning. I have a final at 1. Why don't we talk about some stuff? So, I'm a new artist to YouTube. Very new. But I figured sketchbook story times are popular. I can tell a story. It's probably not going to be related to what I'm drawing, but oh well, fucking deal. Also, sorry about my language. This story is going to be a little more personal because it is very recent and it has to deal with friends who lie. Now, I go to college, and college we like to call high school 2.0. The reason everybody is two-faced. But not as two-faced as this one girl I'm about to tell you about. Now, if she stumbles across this video, she's gonna know the nickname. So I'm gonna come up with a new one for her. Let's call her... well, let's call her Kitty. Kitty and I, we met in the spring semester of 2018. If you don't know, spring semester is technically the last semester of college. So we met last year. We meet up again this year, which is the fall semester of 2018. And then we cut to the first day of school. I meet a guy. Let's call him Lion. I'm not going to use his real name because confidentiality and stuff. So Kitty knows Lion. They dated previously. I'm thinking, oh my god, what if this starts causing drama? Lo and behold, I have a crush on Lion. And I admit it to him. Well, I admitted to him on the 6th. Hey, I think you're pretty cute. And we start walking to class together. And, he thinks I'm cute. So, literally on the second day of college, 2 days after knowing him, he and I started dating. But we didn't know we were dating until September 21st. When he literally asked me to be his girlfriend. And it was going great. I mean, sure, we had our ups and downs, we had a few fights, but we always bounced back. And Kitty seemed a little bit skeptical. Not only because she had previously dated this guy, but because she had drama with him. And truth be told, since I knew they had dated, there was a lot of tension. And the tension was not because that they had dated, no. It was because deep down, Kitty probably still had some feelings for this guy. Which I later find out that she did, and this is where the story begins. So, yesterday, I was making up a paper because I literally was going to fail my Western Civilization class if I had not made up the paper. And this paper was worth literally 50% of my grade. And I got an 88 on the paper. Thank God I turned it in last night. And while I was working on the paper, I get a call from Kitty. Kitty calls me to tell me that Lion had kissed another girl. Now, here's the thing about Lion. Lion has DID, dissociative identity disorder, which means that he has alters, and those alters may not like me, and we have made each other aware that these alters may not like me. And I actually also suffer from DID, so I tell him that my alters may not like him, and we are cool with that. We have the system where if an alter kisses another person, we are okay with it because it's not really them. So, I get a call from Kitty while I'm writing my paper. I don't answer it. She's like, you need to answer. It's about Lion. Like, just text it to me. And then I go back to writing my paper. She calls again, and she's like, dude, please answer. It's about Lion. I find out. Like, I answer it the third time because I'm fed up with it. My mom is in the room, and she's like, what's going on? Because I sounded upset. And the thing is, Kitty doesn't know our system. She doesn't know that, hey, when an alter kisses another person, it's not them. She doesn't know our system, so she doesn't know that I'm cool with it. And me having DID, I knew which alter it was. Let's call this alter Rabbit, because the alter likes rabbits. So, Rabbit, turns out, kissed my best, like, one of my best friends, or now my ex-best friend. And I'm like, okay, so Ashton, sorry, I slipped with the name. Kitty, Ash is a secondary nickname. Kitty thinks that it was Lion. Lion would never. Lion is straight and only has feelings for me. Calliope, or Fairy, or Fletch, is one of my alters. And Calliope has feelings for Rabbit. I can say the name of my alters because not copyright. And I'm not going to get in trouble if I say the names of my alters. So Calliope finds out from another alter of Lions, and she's not that mad. She does not hold a grudge. And me personally, I do not hold a grudge. So when Calliope found out, yeah, at first she was sad, but she got over it. Calliope is one of those where she's like, okay, so this happened, I can forgive and forget. Kitty does not forgive, and she does not forget. So she's mad beyond all belief. Which, honestly, I can't really blame her. But again, she was not made aware of the system where each person had, like, if an alter kisses another person, we know that it's not really them. Like, we have talked about it, and we have been made okay with it. As all things, alters are kind of like an extension of a personality. Or they are parts of our personality, and it's a coping mechanism for something that has happened that is traumatic in our life. And, well, what people don't know is that when I was little, my father had molested me. And he took me to bars. He took me to places that no 3-year-old should be. So that's where mine strains from. His, Lion's, strains from anxiety. And I am aware of that. And I'm able to pull Lion out of a panic attack when needed, because since his service dog, yes, he has a service dog, that comes later. And that's a different story. Because his service dog is not fully trained. So it cannot be at the school at the moment. So I'm polite. I'm like, okay, I'm going to help this guy out. So what I do is I kindly just wrap my arms around him during a panic attack. He pulls me out of mine, I pull him out of his. It's all honky-dory. Everyone thinks that just because my boyfriend has a panic attack and that I have never experienced one of his before, that I can't help. Which I can't. That's a total lie. I can help him. Everyone thinks that Lion can't change. Again, a total lie. Lion can change because I can see the good in people. Whether that good is a good thing or a bad thing, it all depends on the person. Lion is a good person. So I can see the good in him more so than anyone else. And Lion texts me saying that it was one of the altars. I'm like, okay, since I knew it was an altar to begin with, because I know the personality of all of them, Rabbit is a little hoe. Sorry to Rabbit from Artful Impersonator. Love you. So yeah, this guy's Rabbit is a total hoe. And the reason I know Rabbit is a hoe is because I have encountered her multiple times. Rabbit is a gay hoe. And by gay, I mean Rabbit is a female alter in a male's body. Imagine how awkward that is at parties. Now here's 20-year-old me with an 18-year-old who has DID, and I let him know that I have DID. So we are golden. We understand like each alter's terms, conditions, what triggers them, what doesn't, how to cope if an alter is out, if one has a panic attack, so on and so forth. And cut back to yesterday. I'm writing the second paragraph of an argumentative essay on the medieval period and how its systems today, or back then, help out in today. Like, I hang up as soon as I hear the bowl that is coming out of Kitty's mouth. Because, you know what? My other friend is there. The one that Rabbit had kissed. And, you know, I'm like, okay, whatever. You're freaking lying because I know Lion. And Lion is a sweet guy. Lion only cares about me, and in our inner world, we may already have a family. Since our strains are so similar, we share an inner world. And everyone knows that we share an inner world because of how close we are. And because of our closeness, we create a system. If any one of us does something stupid, believe me, kissing another person is not stupid when you know that it's the DID. And everyone says that mental illness is an excuse. DID is an excuse for cheating. No, it's not an excuse. basically, I talk to the other altar because there are a few altars that are in there. King, I talked to King, and he says it was probably Rabbit. And then I'm like, okay. I had a hunch it was Rabbit to begin with. And with Rabbit gets weird. Rabbit is one of those altars who you're like, alright, do whatever. Do whatever you want, I don't care. Just don't get too stupid. And Rabbit's not really an idiot, she's more of the... Okay, yay, party! She also loves it when you're a bit of a tease. And I'm like, oh great, she'll get along with Calliope. She would also get along with another one of my altars, who I am not naming. Because I have 18, Lion has 17. When you're someone who has more altars than your significant, it's a little confusing because you have to identify which is which, what goes where, and why and how, and all that gobbledygook. So, when I talk to Lion, when I talk to King, I learned that it was definitely Rabbit. I'm like, okay, which was right. Then I talk to Kitty again, because Kitty still thinks that it was Lion. I'm like, no. And then she's like, it's still cheating. Because she thought he was cheating on me. Nope. It's actually not. Because she still didn't know that we had the system. Another altar kisses another person. We agreed to be okay with it. And Mom thinks I should stay away from Lion and Kitty. When in reality, I'm going to stay away from Kitty and the other person. I'm staying away from Kitty and her friend. Let's call her Puss. Puss in Boots. So I'm staying away from Kitty and Puss in Boots. Because Lion and I are on good terms. We still will be. Because of how Lion works, we have our up days and our down days. And my mom doesn't realize that. She doesn't realize about the DID. She doesn't realize about anything. I haven't even told her about mine. Because I was improperly diagnosed and she still thinks that I have MSD, which is mood swing disorder, not otherwise specified. And with the mood swing disorder, yeah, I can understand why. But with DID, it's like, how do you not see it? Because I am switching a lot lately. I have been switching a lot lately. And and Kitty and I, we were planning on being each other's ride to a Comic-Con that we were going to go to in February. She's like, I don't know if it's a good idea now because of how your altars have been. So I decide, you know what? I'm actually just going to be Lion's ride. And we were originally going to, all three of us, Kitty, Lion, and myself, we were originally planning on doing a panel. I had to contact the panels coordinator last night saying, hey, by the way, our Blind Mag, she was going to cosplay Blind Mag. We were doing a theater panel. I was going as Renfield, and Lion is going as Mark. I had to email saying, hey, by the way, our Blind Mag dropped out So it's just Mark and Verdeline Renfield. Can you make that change on the schedule or the con book before you make it? Like, the panel coordinator was so nice. He's like, okay, thank you for letting me know. And of course, me being a good person, I'm like, you're welcome. Because this Comic-Con has been there every step of the way. My first breakup, my falling out with another friend, suicides that are too many to count. Yes, I have had people commit suicide that I've loved. And yeah, it hurts. But I got over it. So Lion and I are going to the Comic-Con together. And Kitty is going with another friend. So we've decided, well, I've decided, to avoid her at all costs. Like if she even comes to the panel, we're just gonna not acknowledge that she's there. We're not going to talk to her. She just has to pay the $30 instead of getting in for free, because all panelists get in for free. That is a deal with Genericon. Sorry, just casually revealing what state I live in. And with Genericon, since they are pretty cool about the whole, okay, friends fighting thing, or the ex-friends, because Kitty and I are no longer friends, they are aware that there may be a fight if she gets too close to me. And Lion is aware that, hey, he needs to be out during Gen Con, so that way we don't run into Kitty. Because King and Kitty in the inner world, yes, all three of us share an inner world. It's stupid. Thought we were friends, but apparently not. Since Kitty, Lion, and I share an inner world. Because of the shared inner world, we have to make sure that nothing overlaps. Especially now, since we had the fight. And a lot of my others are just like, all of them are not on good terms with Kitty. Calliope is especially not on good terms with Kitty. Calliope never liked her to begin with, so there's that. So I'm glad. So today just marks the beginning of the end. So I'm glad you stayed for the story. Glad you liked it. And I hope you stay or come back for another when I have completed it. And thank you for listening to this story. It was wonderful to actually vent for once. And I will see you guys, possibly. Well, you won't see me, but I won't see you, but you know what I mean. I will hopefully talk to you guys with another story time that is hopefully happier in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.